I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Lebanon, Mrs. Caroline Ziade, Chargée d'Affaires of the Permanent Mission of Lebanon to the United Nations.
Thank you, Mr. President. Lebanon welcomed the special attention that has been given to poverty eradication as the general theme and as one of the 7 SDGs under focus of this year's forum. Poverty, in its multiple forms and dimensions, remains the biggest global challenge, and its eradication is an indispensable requirement for achieving sustainable development, including in middle-income countries such as mine, Lebanon. Moreover, and despite progress made in the past couple of decades, Lebanon continues to face persistent and emerging challenges across the other 6 SDGs under focus. These and other economic, social, environmental, and security challenges facing Lebanon have been compounded in recent years as a result of the influx of more than 1 million refugees due to the ongoing crisis in Syria. The impact has been immense, slowing economic growth, increasing unemployment and poverty levels, and overburdening of infrastructure in various sectors. In confronting such a complex humanitarian crisis, Lebanon will require international support beyond the narrow prism of humanitarian assistance. Longer-term development financing in the form of concessional loans and grants, of flexible investment loans, and spearheaded by international and regional development banks, is essential to deal with a protracted refugee crisis of such magnitude. This financing will be used in upgrading Lebanon's overburdened infrastructure, with priority given to education, sanitation, electricity, and transportation sectors to meet the needs of both refugees and their host communities. Mr. President, the Council of Ministers in Lebanon took a decision on the 21st of June 2017 to establish a national committee to lead and coordinate national efforts to implement Agenda 2030 and to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. The committee will be headed by the Prime Minister and will include officials from all relevant ministries and departments and representatives from the private and the civil society. Among its primary functions will be the integration of the SDGs into national sustainable development plans and programs, raising public awareness about the SDGs, developing a national database for SDGs indicators, and preparing Lebanon's voluntary national review. It is in this respect that the head of National Lebanese Council for Development and Reconstruction and the UN Resident Coordinator signed last month a project agreement entitled SDGs in Lebanon, Analyzing Gaps and Reporting Progress, to carry out a gap analysis of the current situation in Lebanon in relation to each of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals in consultations with all concerned parties. The gap analysis will include a review of all relevant laws, decrees, national strategies, and plans toward the attainment of SDGs. It will also include providing support for the preparations of Lebanon's voluntary national review. And I thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the distinguished representative of Lebanon, and I now give the floor to the distinguished representative